So I have a very strange family. We're all experiencers of one kind or another, but we've all had at least one near-death experience. Um, out of five people, that's, I mean, yeah. So that's a little weird. Um, as far as after that, my next uh, experience, I'm trying to remember which came first because I did have a very, it was right around the same time. I had a very strange experience where almost like some people would say it was a walk-in or a change. Um, I was laying on our futon watching a show that day, and I was laying there, and all of a sudden in my vision, I was seeing the honeycomb grid. At the time, I didn't know what the heck that was. And then I was seeing all these like energy waves going up, like all of these weird patterns. I think they were like blue and pink. And then all of a sudden, like I could not make him go away. I didn't know what this was. And I was freaking out. And then I realized I couldn't lift my body. It was like dead weight, especially my arm. Like I first started with my arm, and then I couldn't lift my body at all. And I'm sitting there. I was able to get out to my husband, like something's wrong, like I couldn't even move, and I was just seeing all of these grids. Um, so he took me to the hospital. They ran so many tests and after tests after this. It took me 2 hours because that was the weird thing. I could not remember who I was, where I was. I didn't even know my own name. It took me over 2 hours for them to get me to say, I think my name is Lori. That's my legal name.
Mhm.
And but I couldn't relate to anything or anything. Like the memories came back, but there wasn't like emotional attachment to anything, if that makes sense. And some
Yeah.
of the memories didn't come back. Like I don't really remember. I remember brief things of raising my children, but like nothing. They checked, the heart, the carotid, the brain, everything. They couldn't find a reason for it whatsoever. There was nothing. I remember it was a very stressful time by then, and I think at this time I had lost my mother. My husband had a nervous breakdown over that. They were very close. It was the only mother figure he had. So like there was a lot of stress, and I remember just wanting to escape. So I don't know if
Mm.
that, some people say that sometimes different aspect of your soul step in when that happens. Um, so it was like I said, they never found a medical reason. They tried to say maybe it was a complicated migraine or a TIA, but there was no evidence of anything. They didn't know, and I had no further ones like that after that. I
Yeah.
have seen the grid since, but no other like not being able to move my body or anything. And then my third death experience, um, I had I had lost blood flow through to my brain. My husband and daughter were there when this happened. She was probably maybe 7. So this is about 30. Yeah, she was about 6 or 7. Yeah, because I was about 36. And anyway, I staggered back like 5 or 6 feet. I don't have any memory of that. I just remember like starting to blank out, going, "What's going on?" Like everything was blanking out. And I stumbled. My husband said like 5 or 6 feet into the front door. I fell back against the door jamb.
Mhm.
Um, and he said I seizured. I looked like I seizured, and then I slumped over like I was dead, and he didn't see me breathing. And then he was freaking out. So I'm there slumped over, but I was instantly gone to what I call Heaven City. I was with a being that's looked like my mother, but I remember going like she didn't have the same energy. I'm like, you're not my mom, and they seemed very contrite and like they were surprised I recognized that energetically. And they're like, we just I got the telepathic, the weird understanding, like it was just keep you calm, and someone you could connect with.
Hmm.
um and I remember this time I did see like a body. I didn't, I mean, I remember seeing my legs. And I remember sitting on this like marble type bench. But there was the mist again. Like I just remembered the mist. It's almost like I don't know if they put that there so you don't remember the rest. But I mean, I remember being on this bench talking to this being, and um they were very comforting, like a mother figure, and I remember she was rubbing my leg, and she was like, you know, um it's okay, you've done enough. You can
Hmm.
stay now. You've done enough. And I remember getting like like the intuitive knowing, like I had put in a positive balance, I could stay. And I remember freaking out, going, no, I got to get back to my daughter. I had to be there for my daughter. I had other kids, but there was this remembrance prior and during this of another life where I had died on her at the same age.
If you like what you see here, make sure you watch the full video linked below.